Hello, Jet. Nice to see you again. Wait, no, that doesn't make any sense. Nice to talk to you again. I love making these videos for you. It's uh, it's almost like there's a connection. I know I'm just looking into a little camera, but I'm pretty good at imagining your face right there, and it's awesome. The problem with making video today is that it's hard while making a video today to not think about the video that you sent me earlier, and man, how emotional that video made me. So I'm gonna try to put that out of my mind and focus on this one, and hopefully I won't have to make too many edits, if any edits are to be made. um, Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a great day today. I'm just sitting out here on my deck or patio, hanging out with my friend Smokey. He's got his big old long doobie. Um, Actually, I have two incense burners out here right now. This is the second one. Um, this one, I really like this one. This one reminds me of you now, naturally. And it uses a type of incense that I'm not familiar with. You might be more familiar with it. It looks like this. I really like it because it lasts a long time, but this is a new brand that I have going on here, and it appears to not be working very well. But we'll give it a shot. See if we can keep it going. So, today I went to the store and picked up some soil and some amendments for said soil. So tomorrow I will probably be putting together the raised garden bed and planting. Um, Earlier today I lifted the seedlings up and I noticed that they have roots that are exiting the bottom of the seedling cell that they are in. So they are ready to go. They're normally ready to go into a small plastic pot, but I'm trying to reduce my plastic use, so I bought some cardboard pots. They are supposed to be biodegradable. We'll see how they do. And I am just going to transplant them directly into the garden bed and kind of hope for the best. I mean, I've pretty much run out of time, so I can't spend another 3 weeks growing them to, 6 or 8 inches or however tall you would normally make one before you planted it in your actual garden. So that's on the to-do list for tomorrow. Tomorrow I should also get the parts needed to fix the dryer, but man, I'm going to be hard pressed to find the motivation to get in the dryer. I I watched your video several times today. Man, it could not have been easy to make. I could feel, I could sense the emotions right under the surface, and and I remember that time you called me and you said you had to have a couple glasses of wine in you to make the call. Well, I'm not an alcoholic, but there is a very, very good reason why every time, or most times, that I send you a message, I have something like this sitting right beside me. Normally, I have to get at least one glass in me before I can make these videos. They help to loosen the tongue, a little liquid courage, if you will. But you said in your video you wanted to know more about me, the person behind all the projects and videos that I've been making for you. And I'm here to tell you that that might be a little problematic. And here's the reason. When two people are talking and they are interested in each other, like we both obviously are, They want to put their best foot forward. The problem with that is, if I sat here and talked about the positive aspects of my character, it wouldn't come across very nice. It would come across as a braggart or a blowhard or an egomaniac or self-centered or any negative personality defect you can think of. I'm not going to sit here and talk up, how I spent a couple of years volunteering at the no-kill animal shelter in Dallas, or the 3 years I spent volunteering at the battered women's shelter in Portland, or how many times I showed up to volunteer at my local food bank here in Chehalis, Washington. But that's just me. I can talk about myself all day. In fact, I consider that to be a personality defect, and I have to intentionally try not to talk about myself, not to bogart an entire conversation with talking about myself. That's actually a lot easier to do with you, because I am so intensely interested in anything and everything about you, from your childhood up until now. Everything is just intensely interesting to me. So, but I will do my best to do what you ask, which is to show you more about me. So I'll do my best, but I can't really guarantee anything. What I will talk about right now is what I did this morning. And if you don't want to hear stuff like this, just let me know. But this morning I spent about a good 30 minutes attempting to remove camera shake and blur out of a video. And that video was the video of you walking down the street in New Zealand that I saw posted on Facebook this morning. Now, there was a reason why, and the reason is this. It's because I find hands and feet terribly attractive. It's not what I would consider to be a fetish, and it's definitely not the first thing that I look at. But it runs a close second, and I got a really good look at your hands yesterday in your video. You have lovely hands, by the way, naturally, of course. Did I expect any different? No, not really. But I was trying to get a really good look at your feet. And, yeah, it didn't go very well. I mean, there's only so much you can do with a shaky cell phone video, and then especially once Facebook gets their grubby hands on it and they downsample it to save server space. There's just not enough information there to make any good changes or clarifications on it, if you will. But what I saw looked like you had great feet and beautiful shoes, man. I don't know what you call those. Sandals, clogs. I have no idea, but they're great. Keep it up. And so, yeah, that's what I did today. What did you do today? Did you have a nice lunch? It is 12:10 a.m. here, which means it's 7:10 p.m. on Saturday at your house. So hopefully your day is winding down, and hopefully you had a great day and it was relaxing. Me, I'm just sitting out here on my back deck, hanging out with Smokey and this elephant that doesn't have a name, and a glass of wine. Yeah. I don't really know what else to say about myself. I thought about it today. I guess at some point I will make a video I guess starting from when I started, talking about my family growing up, because they are the people who, went a long way to making me who I am. And hopefully you like who I have become. I feel like I've become a decent person. Um, but for right now, I could talk about politics. Now, I'm not very familiar with uh, political opinions and societal ideas in other countries. Not like I am here in this country. Um, but here we have conservatives and we have liberals, and I am extremely liberal. I'm sure you've been able to tell that by my choice of clothing and my bumper stickers and maybe even the things I talk about. But here in America, conservatives tend to be concerned with the answer to one question and one question only, and that is, but what about me? They're always worried about what the government can do for them. They're always worried about what they might lose if somebody else gets something. Um, but I am the exact opposite. Whenever I think about government policies or societal opinions, my first question is and has been for the last 30 years or so, but what about them? What about those people over there? I am always thinking about the people who have less than me or that need more than me or who are even, just at my same level of financial security, if you will. I always root for the underdog, and this goes for life as well as sports. Um, I did get the rooting for the underdog from my dad because he used to always do that. Um, I'll root for the underdog at all times unless it's a team that I support, like somebody from my hometown. Um, and yeah, I uh, I am extremely liberal. Um, I do not care who anybody marries. I do not care who anybody chooses to have sex with, have a relationship with, spend time with. Um, Granted, context is king, but um, no, not context is king. Consent is king. Naturally. Oh, hold on. Let me get some more of this. Um, Consent is king. Naturally. Um, I don't care how many tattoos you have. I don't care if you are an introvert, an extrovert. I don't care what church you go to, what job you choose to do. As long as you are not hurting other people and you are not hurting the environment, I'm cool with you. You can do whatever you want. You know, you do you. Uh, it did kind of shock me that time that you sent me that message that said you did sex work to pay for college. But sex work is work. You got to do what you got to do. If I was an early 20s attractive female, you can bet your ass I'd be doing some, working at a strip club or something. Just get some free money. But that's me. That's my political leanings. Unfortunately, here in America, political leanings have turned into quite the deal breaker, and it's kind of dumb in my opinion. But the distance, the gulf between conservative and liberal has gotten so large here in America that people just refuse to hang out with other people. They get trapped in these social media echo chambers and they just can't get out of it. But I have more faith in your intellect. I'm pretty sure that you realize that the world is not black and white. That in the words of the late great or the great famous Kendrick Lamar, there are levels to it. Um, the world is not black and white. There are infinite shades of gray, and as long as somebody is, being authentic and honest and empathetic to others, then yeah, there's really not much to be concerned about. Um, a lot of conservatives here in America, they are conservative because of their religion. And the strange thing about religion here in America is religious people think they're right, and they think they're right because their God hates the same people that they do, and it is just totally toxic. But they just can't see the problem with that. So I am a humongous believer in maintaining a healthy distance between church and state. Uh, but yeah, I'm sure you knew most of this already, judging from what I know about your intelligence level and what I have let on in these videos. Yeah, that's a little bit more about me. What about yourself? Would you consider yourself more conservative or more liberal, or yeah? Tell me or show me. I I absolutely love any picture you send me, uh, all your videos, and just very impactful, very moving. I could sit here and watch them all day, and so feel free to take more photos and shoot more videos if you would like. And yeah, I hope you have the great rest of your day. I am going to relax until 3 or 4 in the morning. If I happen to not be awake whenever you go to bed, well, good night in advance. And for now, cheers.